And speaking of Nebraska, again, not sure if you can really call them a Cinderella. They're a 4 seed from the Big Ten. But Nebraska has not won a March Madness game ever until this year. They finally win their first ever March Madness game. They beat Troy 76-47 in the first round. Then they score up against Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt had beaten McNeese in the first round 78-68. Vanderbilt against Nebraska was actually one of the best games of the second round, of the round of 32. Vanderbilt led for most of the second half. Nebraska led for most of the first half. Nebraska storms back at the end. They tie it up at 72-72, and then they pierce through Vanderbilt's defense to get a last-minute shot off. They win it 74-72. Nebraska with the win over Vandy. A very, very good game. Nebraska shot 55%. Vanderbilt only shooting 41% from the field, and Nebraska, shout out to them, making 47% of their three-pointers. They also go 7 for 10 from the free throw line. It was, again, very, very evenly matched. 31 rebounds for Nebraska, 30 for Vanderbilt. Vandy hung in there as best as they could. But Nebraska, I do think they deserve to win. I think they played slightly better, so I thought it was the right call on Nebraska to win that game. And now we end up with, a huge rivalry game between two Big Ten schools. Neither of them are really traditional basketball schools. And between Iowa and Nebraska, one of those two schools is going to the Elite Eight. That is going to be really, really good for either program. If Nebraska can win a third game, that would be incredible for them. I actually might choose Iowa to get there. I, of course, had Florida moving on in my bracket. I had Florida going into the Final Four, so that's I had Florida going into the Elite Eight. I might actually take Iowa to beat Nebraska if I was picking this game. I think it'd be very, very close.